Hey, look at this. Watch this. Put that right there. Okay. Got my little mirror, guys. New Year's Day, January 1st. I figured it was the perfect day to use my ring light. I can tell I'm using a ring light because you can see it in my eyes. So I'm going to use this ring light today to make the first ever actual professional video I've ever made. Might be even going through and remaking all of my videos to have proper lighting. I already washed my face. I used Spotless. I use it in the morning. This is our teen acne line. It's just 2 steps because it is almost that time of the month and I break out on my jawline. So using this pretty heavy this week with a mask to try to keep that away. And then I wanted to show you our Radiant Defense. It's a derma cosmetic. So I'm going to do my makeup and show you how this stuff can make you can have like a professional face of makeup, but it's really simple and easy. Plus it doesn't clog your pores, oil-free. So Radiant Defense has proprietary RD3 complex, which protects your skin against environmental aggressors. And then it also has SPF 30 in it, so it's a good sunscreen. And then it also repairs the natural moisture lipid barrier of your skin. So it actually heals your skin over time. Instead of makeup that clogs your pores, this stuff actually heals your skin because of the ingredients that help to do that. And then it also has a granulated exfoliator, which is fancy talk for meaning as you're wearing it, it releases skin conditioners and smooths your skin. So this isn't makeup, it's a derma cosmetic because it actually makes your skin better the more that you wear it. I started using it in the summer. You can't sweat this stuff off. One of my customers, Catlin, wrote me yesterday and she said she was so excited that she could go straight from the gym to New Year's and not have to reapply her makeup. It doesn't sweat off, it doesn't wipe off, it doesn't bead off. It looks fresh all day long. So when you purchase it, it comes with this. Well, you have to buy the brush, but I highly recommend it. It makes it kind of simple. It stores in here so that it's not like sitting on the counter. Obviously you should wash it, but what you do is you take your Radiant Defense. I actually mix my shade. The last time I made this video was in the summer and I was wearing, well, it was at the end of summer. I had been wearing beige, which is our second shade because it's a little warmer. And I had had a little bit of sun exposure. And then when winter hit, I was not looking cute anymore. So I got my shell, and shell seems to be just a little too pale for me. So I mix them both. So directly on here, I just add a little dot of each. Oop, that might be a little big, but that's okay. A little bit of this, a little bit of shell. Okay, so I want a little more of the lighter than the dark. So just about this much is still probably too much. This is layerable, so you could get more coverage than this. So first you just kind of tap it around. Try not to get it on your eyebrows, of course, although I usually end up doing that anyway. So I'm just going to tap it all over, try to make sure it's evenly throughout, and then blend it. So tapping it everywhere. I do tap it along my eyes and under eyes. The one thing about Radiant Defense is that you still, if you have under eye bags like I do, I use our eye cream so that it doesn't, my eye bags aren't as prominent. But I think I was born with these bags. If you look at pictures of me as a kiddo, like you can't, it's nature. It's just the way that my eyes are. So for me and for a couple of other people, you do want to use, with your Radiant Defense, a good under eye concealer, which I'll show you my favorite in a minute. So we're going to just do this everywhere. I'm going to fast forward this so you don't have to watch all that. Okay, so I've got a pretty good even coverage. I pulled it down on my neck a little bit. In the areas that I want a little more coverage, so this is like the lightest coverage here with just that first layer. On my chin, because I have that little breakout going on, I'm going to add just a teeny bit more. Make sure I'm using both shades so that it matches. Oh, I always do that. Suck it back in. Okay, just on the chin a little extra, just to cover those up. So you could, if you wanted more coverage, do another layer on your whole face. But I'm wearing leggings and a hoodie, and I'm going to the movies today. Like, there is no point for me to have full coverage makeup on. Okay, This is kind of funny. This is me making almost a makeup tutorial, and I am not a makeup artist. So that's almost comical. Alrighty, so we've got good coverage. Now, something that one of my friends told me to do that is kind of a makeup artist is to use a beauty blender. Now, you can use them wet or you can use them dry, but I have only been doing this for like the last week or so. After applying it, I just kind of tap it all over just to make sure it's really set in, and it actually pulls off some of the extra. So if my skin isn't wanting to have all of it, it'll suck it kind of off of there so that it's not too much hanging out on my skin. But again, this is oil-free and not going to clog your pores. So if you did put a ton on and leave it on, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to make you break out. It's not going to make your skin worse. Your skin is just going to continue to get better each time you wear this. So there's that. And then, like I said, there's something cool that you can do with this, and I forgot to do it. I wanted to show you that you can contour with this, so I'm not going to do that now. But if you took your lighter, my shell, your lighter shade, and you put it in this area and along the cheekbones, along the bridge of your nose, and on your chin, and then you can take your darker Radiant Defense and tap it in this area to kind of give you that pronounced cheekbone, and then of course like up in this, and then a little bit under here and on the sides. You can actually use this to contour. I didn't do that today. Again, one, I forgot, and two, I'm wearing a hoodie, so contouring would be kind of silly. But I do have a new contour palette, so I will show you how to kind of add that in. So after Radiant Defense and kind of blotting it away, I do love this Tarte Double Duty Beauty, and tapping it under the eye here, and then I usually tap some along. Oop, I got it in my eyebrow. Guys, I told you I'm not a professional makeup artist. Tapping it along where you want your highlights to be, and then it is a good concealer. So again, those couple little boo-boos down there I'm gonna cover up. And then a beauty blender again, you can get, I lost my little one. I'm gonna use my big one. I have a smaller one for smaller areas. If I were more, oh, this is my small. I was using the small one. Okay. Did that lighting? Yeah, okay. So tapping this in, I actually like to use my finger first because I can't get a beauty blender up in that corner. When you're putting an under eye concealer, you don't want to just do that curve. You want to actually pull it down, like if you imagine like clown makeup. You want to pull it down here and then pull it along your brow bone. Whenever you create a highlight, you're also by default making a shadow, and you don't want to create shadows on your face in places that you don't need them. So if you left it there, it's just going to have this really strange effect going on. Instead, you want to pull that brightness down into like an upside down triangle and then across the bridge. Now this is where it's good to kind of blend it in. See how that makes it like smoother? And I like to press it in. If you have big old pores, you might not like this step because you're going to see them. But since I use Rodan Fields, I don't have big old pores. And if you have big old pores and you need to get rid of them, message me and I'll tell you how. Okay, so blot it in along here. Blend, blot. I think blot's like an old school term. Put it all along this. This video is going to be so long. Okay. And then conceal these. So, in this moment, you could be done. I mean, if you wanted brows and mascara, you could be done in this moment. Some people like the shiny, dewy look of Radiant Defense at this stage. I am a little more of a combo oily kind of person. And because it's winter, I've been using a lot of hydrating moisturizers. And so, let me wipe my lips off. I got some on my lips. So, anyway, my skin's like super dewy, and I want to kind of mask it a little bit. And that is where our peptide powder comes in. Peptides is a great word. Peptides are in like all of our anti-aging stuff. So this is kind of like an anti-aging mineral powder. Peptides are the ingredient that you want on your skin at all times when you're like nearing 30 or above 30. So if you can get it in your makeup instead of just your skincare, then why not? So this peptide powder comes with, if you buy the brush that comes with it, it's really cool because you can scoop this up if you need like closer, more straight line, I guess, things, and then you pull it away for like all over. So of course I'm gonna do it all over. I've just kind of tapped it out, and I'm gonna dump a little into the lid, pick it up, And then you don't want too much, so kind of tap it off the side so that all the extra falls off. And then just tap around. So you can already see it takes some of that shininess away. I don't want to take all of my shininess that I work really hard to get away, because that means healthy, hydrated skin. And when I went to the spa last weekend for my birthday, my lady that gave me a facial said that I had the most hydrated and glowing skin that she's ever seen. So we know that it's working and we don't want to hide that. But I don't want to feel like my makeup's gonna come off on my phone or anything like that, which Radiant Defense doesn't do that, but still kind of feels that way. So I just tap that over, just give it a little bit less shininess. And I like it because it's also got SPF, broad spectrum sunscreen in it. I believe it's 20. Yep, SPF 20. This comes in different shades. This is the shade called Light. You can contour with this as well. I actually do have the next shade up, the medium, and you can use it to contour. So this stuff is really versatile. And then for the rest of this, I'm gonna kind of fast forward a little bit and probably just add some text on the bottom to show you kind of how I finish off. So this is the Rodan Fields part. This could be the end of your makeup journey. But I'm